Hi, welcome to my channel.
Hey, Uncle Kenny! Football! Hey, yeah!
If you're new here, my name is Cedric. I'm an actor, a filmmaker, a screenwriter, and a YouTube reactor. And although this is my first video about Haley Reinhart, I confess this is not my first time seeing Haley Reinhart perform. I am a fan of Haley's since American Idol. She's one of my favorite singers on the planet. I missed the chance to go see her back when I was living in Philadelphia. She was doing a concert pretty near Philly, and I missed it like a year ago, and it crushed me. I think she's one of the best singers on the planet. That doesn't mean I've listened to all of her music. Frankly, one of the interesting things about this channel is discovering new music, because most of what I listen to are film scores, because I'm screenwriting. So, you know, it's a chance for me to discover new artists. Well, I thought, what if I discovered new music from one of my favorite artists? I have listed her before in my top 5 favorite singers of all time. I will continue to do that. I think she has an incredible voice, but I really haven't heard a lot of her new music. I think I owned her first CD. I'm pretty sure I did. Her song Undone got me through many a heartbreak. You know, her cover of Can't Help Falling in Love with You is amazing, and I do think her cover of Creep with Scott Bradlee and Postmodern Jukebox is a top 2 cover of all time, along with Disturbed's The Sound of Silence. So, you know, I've heard that, and I've heard her Seven Nation Army. But I haven't really heard her do any other songs with them. I think she did Oops, I Did It Again. I think she's done a few others. And so I thought, Habits, you know, this is a song that I'm vaguely familiar with, but I haven't listened to a lot. And so I thought it would be interesting to kind of discover it anew through her eyes and her voice and what she can bring to it. If this is your first time listening or watching my channel or listening to me at all, then you should know that I do pause. I am going to talk. We're going to talk about vocal technique. We're probably going to talk about character choices. Often we'll talk about lighting and cinematography and editing. There's not going to be much of that in this because it's a static camera shot if it's anything like the rest of their videos. But I am going to probably be pausing to talk not just about technique, but about character and why she's making certain choices, or at least why I think she is. So if that's not what you're into, I respect that. I hear you. You get no judgment from me. This is probably not the channel for you. So do what you will. Before we dive in, I just want to say thank you, of course, to my patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. It means so much to me as I continue to chase this dream and hopefully be able to educate you on artists you enjoy and videos you enjoy and help you have a better understanding of film and of singing and of acting and all those things. Thank you so much for your support of me. It means so much to me. Also, something I want to do is take a quick second to plug The Coroner's Assistant, a web series that I'm in that was nominated for some Astro Awards that the Hollywood Creative Alliance nominated us alongside so many amazing studio and network projects. We're up for Best Writing in a Streaming Comedy Series and Best Period Costumes.
As an update, we lost Best Writing to The Bear and Best Costumes to The Crown, which there's no shame in. But Indie Shorts Magazine did name us 2023 Best Web Series, which is amazing, and I'm really proud of this thing.
And you can watch the whole series here on YouTube. There is a link in the description of this video. I would love it if you guys could check it out. This is a true indie show, like built from scratch, and I'm so proud of it. And so if you would love to check that out, I'd love it if you did. In the meantime, though, let's check out Haley Reinhart and Scott Bradlee in the Postmodern Jukebox covering Habits. Not even covering, it's probably going to be a full reinvention, right? Okay, here we go.
I eat my dinner in my bathtub, then I go to sex clubs, watching freaky people getting it on, and it does.
The smoky texture of her voice. I'm sorry to pause so early, but getting it on. There's so much texture to her voice, and it fits so well with this era of music in general. Look at how she sets expectations for the character. There's the turnaround, and then she pulls the hands up. This is kind of nightclub feel to the performance. The thing with Haley is she's such a refined and technically proficient vocalist, but she always brings so much character to the whole thing. She's telling us a story. This just stopped recording. I don't know where. I don't know when, but I don't love it. No, I was saying something to the effect of, I don't know when it stopped, but she's setting the expectation for the performance. So there's this kind of behind the back, and then she's going to turn and kind of see us and go, oh, I have to da 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 ba 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 ba. But if I've got the right song in my mind, it's like, hey, these are not maybe ideal habits for me to have. And so there's kind of an awareness there within the physicality of the performance that, oh, this is going to sound so fun and bouncy and right? But I shouldn't be doing this.
Doesn't make me nervous. If anything, I'm restless. Yeah, I've been around and I've seen it all. I get home, I got the munchies. Binge out on my Twinkies. Throw up in the tub, then I go to sleep. And I drink up all my money. It tasted kind of lonely. Well, you're gone and I gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind.
Listen to how she doesn't even finish all of her words because she doesn't need to. High all the time to keep you off my mind. Oh, 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 ba, 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 ba. I think in the original song it's whoa, oh, 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 and she goes ba, 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 kind of accent everything. But as she's getting in there, and I gotta say hi all the time. She doesn't even finish it. And she actually rounds out on the vowel.
High all the time to keep you off my mind.
Instead of going high all the time. That's how we would normally approach that time vowel. I would go ah. But instead she actually rounds off on it because she can, because she's letting it float out there. So she's making a lot of conscious vowel choices, which she's so good at. And often, and we'll see where she does it here, she usually doesn't make the same one twice. She usually kind of varies it up because she has so much control over her voice and her direction. But also look how she's incorporating the lyrics. I drank up all my money, right? She's kind of selling this whole thing, and there is kind of this feeling of like, this was not very smart, but I did it anyway. Oopsie, oopsie, oops. There's a depth underneath that, beyond just like singing it in a fun, cool way. Like there's a deeper meaning that she's bringing to it that I'm enjoying. Also just like such gorgeous control and technique and such a wonderful, amazing voice. And listening to the band, because even as she's playing with rhythms, she's always on tempo. Always.
All the time to keep you off my mind.
Nice. Yeah, adding a little bit of growl there. Listen to that. Spend my days locked in a haze. And then she pulls it off on haze. And you can almost hear that haze in that noise. But spend my days. You can see her kind of scrunch up her nose so she's approaching it in a healthy way. But adding that texture on there. Because again, there's this bit of pleading that comes with that.
Off my mind.
Pulling back. Yeah.
All my life to forget I'm missing you.
Hey there, for anybody in Albuquerque, New Mexico, near Albuquerque, New Mexico, that's ever wanted to go to Albuquerque, New Mexico, I am in the musical Something Rotten. I'm playing Shakespeare in Albuquerque, New Mexico from January 26th to February 11th. You should come check this out. This show is hilarious and this cast is extremely good. It's been incredible to be out here. It's a little bit warmer than home, which is nice. And I have wanted to play this role for a long time. This is a hysterical show, and I highly recommend you come check it out. Please, if you live anywhere nearby or you've been looking for a little trip to go on, this is worth it. So come check it out. Something Rotten, playing at the Albuquerque Little Theater to February 11th. Hope to see some of you after the show. Yeah, oh, gorgeous.
I pick up daddies at the playground. That's how I spend my days now. Loosen up that frown, make it feel alive. Make it fast and make it greasy. I know I'm way too easy, but you're gone and I gotta say hi.
There's a little bit of that urging there, but you're gone. right? Did you notice, and we'll see it again if she does it in this chorus, she pulls back at the end and we're suddenly getting a little bit more fragile and a little bit more alone. And then by the very end of that chorus, she punches back at it. We'll see if it happens again here. But there's this, but you're gone, right? There's this like, hey, I'm not doing so great, right? It's that feeling while still being like, but I'm doing this anyway. Like there's an ownership of my action and I'm free and I can do it, but also maybe I probably shouldn't be. And so she's playing with that like, no, she's confident. I mean, the character that she's kind of bringing to it has this, a wild confidence and also like I know what I should be doing. This is what I am doing. And that's playing really, really well.
All the time to keep you off my mind. All the time to keep you off my mind.
You're going a little bit sweeter there. To keep you off my mind. There's that little moment of self-reflection and then right? Those little moments of character. Nice, bearing it up. Yeah, really pulled back there. To forget I'm missing you. Closing it down. You. Instead of you.
I'm missing you.
Adding a little bit of that rounded off sound to it that adds that kind of, not a begging texture, but a pleading.
Staying in my play, pretend where the fun ain't got no end. Whoa, can't go home alone again. Need someone to numb the pain.
So that's a very jazz sound, Can't go home alone again to numb the pain. She could hold it out. Pain. Like she's closing off those vowels and instead vocalizing the consonant, which is a very jazzy sound.
You like jazz?
And also kind of has this feeling of not helplessness, but something akin to helplessness. So it's a really good stylistic choice, character-based choice, and also it sounds really good. And she's still adding vibrato on it, so it's still like, you don't question that it's Haley Reinhart singing.
Staying in my play, pretend
Opening up now.
I can't go home alone again. Need someone to numb the pain. Oh, you know I gotta say hi all the time.
Oh, cool.
To keep you off my mind.
Nice.
All the time to keep you off my mind. Spend my days like in a haze, trying to forget you, babe, but
Yeah, now there's urgency.
Gotta say hi all the time to forget I'm missing you. Gotta stay.
Yeah. How many different vowels did she go through on that? To forget I'm missing you.
I'm missing you.
Playing with everything like that. Everything she does seems to have this like playful edge to it, but there's always something deeper that's bubbling underneath that. And there's, again, when she's kind of adding that bum, 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 right here at the end, she's really adding some brassiness to it. And especially where you thought it was going to go that coming out of the bridge, and then she pulls back and she just whistles. That felt like this moment of self-awareness, and then it's like, nope, I'm going to commit. These are no longer habits. These are like what I do now. What is it? Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. So are these, and maybe not excellent ones, but they are habits anyway. So...
Hey everyone, after years of confusion on this topic, because that just doesn't sound like the way that Aristotle would say that, I finally decided to Google it. It was our motto in high school show choir, and I've now discovered that Aristotle said virtues are formed in man by his doing the actions. Will Durant, a writer later on, said we are what we repeatedly do, therefore excellence is not an act but a habit, interpreting that. So there you go. Not quite Aristotle.
Part of her habit is just making every song she sings stunning.
Gotta say hi all the time to forget
Nice.
I'm missing you. Gotta stay high all the time to forget I'm missing you.
Oh, nice clarinet at the end there. I mean, isn't that great? She's so unique. She's so unique, and her voice fits this style so well. Now, I think she could sing anything on the entire planet, but for this particular song, I feel like she brought this, I think in the original song you had this, I high all the time to keep you off my mind, oh. There's this real connection to it, to all of the sounds, versus this, high all the time to keep you off my mind, those they break up that connection, and that's the same thing here. Everything's kind of staccatoed, everything's a little bit accented, and so there's this kind of weight that it brings with it that I think really works for this nice, pleasant piano that we're hearing that goes along with this like actual heaviness that she's talking about. So I think it's a beautiful performance. Technique is, as always, perfect. I don't know, I hope I brought something to you. I enjoyed it. I hope if nothing else, you enjoyed me enjoying it. Everybody should enjoy it. She's just unbelievable, and I look forward to seeing her live at some point soon. She is very, very, very talented. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Please drink lots of water, take care of yourselves, fix your postures, get lots of sleep, and I will see you next time. But until then, please be well.